has been voiced by others. Well, as a result, he was spoken to and warned on more than one occasion that his continued presence in the area was likely to cause harassment, alarm and distress to others. He was directed to leave the area, but refused to do so. You can see that engagement continuing there on your screens. The statement goes on, "We're aware that the man had suggested he was in the area as a journalist. This was not a relevant factor in his arrest." So let's just take a look at those pictures that we've just got in. You can see there Tommy Robinson refusing to leave the protest as requested by organisers and others present and by the police. He was eventually surrounded by police officers. It looks like there's at least a dozen police officers there. So he has been taken away, but as he was taken away, a few of his supporters there, clearly, one man with a Union Jack around his shoulders, patting him on the back, but the organisers were clear that they were concerned that he would cause fear for other participants.
I'm getting paid to be here, as is he, to report on this demonstration. Paid for by who? What do you mean paid for by who? I work for a company called Urban Scoop. Right, that's the company, yeah?
We often ask press on big events like this, their press to show their national journalism.
You don't have to show national journalism, so you don't know what you're talking about. As a member of the press, it's a free press. I'm free, yeah, to report my journalism, unless you want to control who can report. Is that so? You're here from the Metropolitan Police Force to control who can make reports and who can do journalism, are you?
No.
Is that what you're here for today? So explain then. But you are here. That's what you're saying.
Tommy, what's your intentions about being here today?
My intentions about being
here from the press. So
my intentions are to do a report and to let people know of what's happening and to interview people, and that's all my intentions are. And then to go home. Yeah.
Do you intend to follow the march from the start to the finish?
Yes.
Okay.
And speak to people.
And interview them on the way?
And interview them on the way, okay. Very calmly.
So there's three of you here now. Are you expecting anyone else to attend?
Just us three. I haven't come with lots of people. I've come here to do my job, yeah? Which is to report to people who want to...
The 35 has been put in today.
What's that mean?
Section 35, the dispersal.
Dispersal.
Yes, so it's for the City of London.
Yeah.
For Westminster in its entirety, and for Camden into the use.
What does that? Is this put on for me personally?
No.
Yeah. No, it's put on for this area to prevent.
Yeah, I okay,
so
but Richard.
Now explained what they're asking you to do. Is that right?
No, they haven't. No, what I'm asking is, I'm here at work as a journalist. Are the police deciding who can be a journalist or not?
No, this has got nothing to do with your role.
Okay, so I'm here as a journalist to report. What are you telling me that I'm not allowed to report?
You personally are not to remain here, regardless of why you've come here. It's got nothing to do with your job.
But it is, because your statement said that about freedom of the press, that the right of a journalist to report. Yeah, no, the Metropolitan Police Force. I've just dug their statement.
I haven't said anything. I've given you the reason we're asking you.
What is the reason? What is the reason?
To prevent harassment, alarm and distress to members of this community around here. We're asking you to please leave.
To prevent?
Yes. Would you please comply with the instruction these officers have asked you?
I'm here to do my job. If you want to arrest me for doing my job, then you'll have to arrest me for doing my job.
If we arrest you, it won't be anything to do with your role or your job.
But it is, because I'm here at work to report. We have freedom of the press in Great Britain. The Metropolitan Police Force don't control which journalists are allowed to report or not, because that then is dictatorship. You're controlling the media.
We want this march. We don't want you here.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah. Yeah.
And you're coming here to stir trouble.
What are you talking about? Excuse me. Go away. Yeah.
Right. Let me make it really clear.
Yes.
You are to leave. And if you do not leave, we will take positive action. And if that means arresting you, we will.
Why don't you? Can I ask you? Why don't you arrest the jihadis? His but to hear a terrorist organisation on the streets of London yesterday. Okay, no, you're being rude. I'm at work here. I'm here at work. Yeah.
That this has got nothing to do with your role as a journalist.
But I'm here at work.
Your presence here is causing alarm and distress.
And you don't think that? Okay, go on, finish.
So we are asking you.
Okay.
There's a direction in place for you to now leave. That has been lawfully invoked at 11:22 by the City of London Chief Inspector, Mr. Fisher. You are asked to leave.
You see, okay. No, can I just, okay, I'm ordering my breakfast, I'm having my breakfast, but can I just ask, no, I'm having my breakfast, can I just say something? You don't think the presence of jihadis on the streets is causing alarm and distress to our whole nation? Our whole country has caused alarm and distress every week with these Palestinian marches where they're calling for jihad. Yet you come up to me, who's here as a reporter and journalist. This is how brave you are. Look, how many officers have you got waiting outside? I'm here to do my job. Why don't you try clamping down on the men who are promoting hatred?
Are you going to leave?
I'm having my breakfast. I've just ordered a breakfast.
I don't care you've ordered your breakfast.
I've just paid for my breakfast.
Are you going to leave or not?
I'm having my breakfast. I've just paid for my breakfast. We don't live in a fascist state.
A lawful order to leave.
I'm having my
this area
breakfast.
like Session
I'm having my breakfast that I've just
Are
ordered.
you going to leave or not?
I've just told you I'm having my breakfast that I've ordered.
If you, I don't care.
Give me the money for my breakfast.
No.
Give me the money for my breakfast. No, I won't.
Get a refund from
My
that.
breakfast has been paid for.
If you do not leave and sort out a refund, I will come in and I'll make sure you leave. End of.
Can I just ask again?
No,
Is there
you
freedom?
can't.
Is there
I've made it
freedom of the
clear
press
what
in
my
Great
position
Britain?
is
Is there
for
freedom of the
exactly
press?
2 minutes.
Is there freedom of the press in Great Britain? Is there?
That's not
Is there
my-
freedom of the press?
That is not what I'm discussing.
You are. You're telling me that there is no freedom of the press. You're here to decide who can report and who can't. There's freedom of the press in Great Britain. You're a fascist. You're a fascist. You're a fascist, officer.
I'm not having this argument.
You're a fascist.
You're just twisting the conversation.
No, you're here to decide which reporters can report, aren't
Are you
you?
leaving or not?
I'm having my breakfast. I've just ordered a breakfast.
Up at the March Against Anti-Semitism in London this afternoon, the police acted very swiftly. Far more swiftly, in fact, than they have done against jihadists on the streets who call for genocide, which gives you some idea of their priorities. The police decided that his presence in a cafe in Fleet Street, where he was eating his breakfast, was likely to cause alarm and distress to other customers, and so used the public order law to have him removed from the cafe and the area. He was there to report on and join in the march against anti-Semitism, but the police, obviously acting on higher orders, wanted him out of the way, preferably in a cell. Because he refused to comply with the unjust order to leave the area entirely, he was arrested. I rather suspect that this ties in with the case currently pending against him for contempt of a High Court injunction, and I wouldn't be at all surprised to find that he will now be spending some more time in prison. Whether you like this man or despise him, this is a terrible state of affairs, that the police can simply claim that the presence of somebody is likely to cause alarm and distress and then arrest them simply for sitting in a cafe eating a meal quietly. You can see a film of his arrest in the description to this video. I give a